Raman sir, I think it's 12:05, so we will start.
जी मैम.
Fine. So Ritu ma'am, shall we start?
You should.
Fine, thank you. So good morning to our respected speaker, Dr. Ritu ma'am,
Good morning.
deans of respective departments, Neetu ma'am, Pratima ma'am, Raman sir, dear participants. Before proceeding, happy Environment Day to all of you. It's 5th June and we are saying weather is pleasant here. So do I expect, ma'am, it must be pleasant at your place also at Bari?
Yeah, it's a little hot here because summer.
Yeah.
It's nice.
So we are really cursing COVID-19, but in one way it is really good because it has given a lot of freedom to nature to come upon now, and now we can say that nature is overpowering us, and it is showing different shades. Some are good, some are not good even, but we say that we cannot control nature. We were in this assumption that yes, we can, but no. Now this COVID-19 has shown us that no, we cannot control nature. The nature have always the capacity to control all of us. So anyways, happy Environment Day to all the dear participants. Welcome to the day 2 of this international webinar. So far, yesterday, we had two eminent speakers with us, Tanmay Som sir, Bharadwaj sir, and they have given us insight on mathematical modeling, application of mathematical modeling in different research. Bharadwaj sir has also shared a demo on Lingo software, which is yes not available free in domain, but for initial 6 months it is free, and to practice on and how you can solve the problems, how you can make the model within the 5 or 10 minutes through with the help of that software. Sir has shown it to us nicely, and yeah, there was a paucity of time. Otherwise, he was also telling us about the more detailed mathematical modeling. Nevertheless, the participants, I hope, must have got an idea, the fundamental idea of that, like how mathematical modeling is being used in research in various areas of our day-to-day life, and how it is helpful for the society. Because when we listen, like I'll give you an example. When I float this information, lot many teachers, there were so many teachers who said that, madam, what I'll be doing attending this webinar. So it is not like that. Mathematics is in medical science, mathematics is in social science, mathematics is everywhere. It is in our daily life. It starts with mathematics, we end up. That's what the brief given by Bharadwaj sir yesterday. And in continuation of this, today we have day 2, and today ma'am will be sharing us how mathematical modeling is helpful in agriculture research. So we have agriculture faculties with us, because ma'am, we have our agriculture department, a very active department indeed, I must say, and they are doing a lot of activities in our campus. They are even giving the knowledge through Doordarshan also. So the very, very active teachers we have in agriculture department, faculty of agriculture, head by Dr. Satya and Dr. Anil. So I hope all the agriculture teachers must be there in this board, because in this webinar we cannot see, rather they can see us. So with this, permit me, panel, to give the brief introduction of our speaker of today's session. Dr. Ritu Srivastav is tutor mathematics, Bareilly Polytechnic, Kingdom of Bareilly. She is PhD in mathematics from National Research Center for Agroforestry, Jhansi, Uttar Pradesh. Her research topic is analysis and modeling of eucalyptus-based system in Bundelkhand region. She is having 10 plus years of teaching experience in various engineering colleges with multiple publications in conference and journals of national and international repute. Ma'am is having a professional credential, that is, she is Certificate of Tertiary Teaching and Learning UK awarded in 2016, and she is Fellow of the Higher Education Academy UK awarded in 2019. It is indeed our privilege to have ma'am on this board, and I'm really thankful to her for accepting our invitation. Not taking too much of time, I invite ma'am to please deliver her session and give the deep insights of this mathematical modeling, specifically in agriculture research. But to begin with is the general. Thank you, ma'am. So you can start your session, ma'am.
Can you hear me? Clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So thank you so much, Dr. Sangeeta, for first of all, nice introduction you give it for me on behalf of me, and I'm really thankful to you to invite me for this webinar, and it's giving me opportunity to meet all of you from your college, university, and listeners, those who are listening me. Um, I'm really happy to know that you have a agriculture department. So now I'm satisfied that my lecture is going to help them because this research work which I'm going to share with you, the mathematical modeling in agriculture field, is actual modeling and which has done in National Research Center for Agroforestry under a government project. So I believe it's going to help many of the students and the people who are working in this particular field. So as she
Thank you,
already
ma'am.
introduced me, and I'm Dr. Ritu Srivastava, working as a tutor for mathematics. It's a faculty of mathematics in Bahrain Polytechnic. Bahrain Polytechnic is an engineering college actually and providing degree to the students. And it is basically institute from New Zealand and they have branch here. And now it is under government of Bahrain. And about Bahrain, Bahrain is a kingdom and it's a no, you cannot find it on a map actually. It's very small country area wise, but it's very beautiful and like open country. So and many Indians are here, so we can like enjoy Indian life here. So it's nice to be here in Bahrain. So anyway,
Great, ma'am.
so let's start the topic of today's. I'll share my screen first, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Can you see screen clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Yeah, so before starting the main topic of my presentation, which is mathematical modeling in the field of agriculture, I think we should understand what is the meaning of mathematical modeling, what mathematical modeling is. So if we will see the different definitions, which is published everywhere, the mathematical modeling is a translation of real world problem into the mathematical problem. So we all are aware about the mathematical modeling in day-to-day life, every day, and unknowingly we are using mathematical modeling everywhere. Why mathematical modeling is important? What is the significance of it? We try to understand this significance of mathematical modeling with one simple example. So I don't know many of you are from maths or not, maths background, but this is very simple word problem, which is somewhere in grade 6 and grade 7. And I believe all of you at least studied maths till 10th grade, so you can understand this problem. So I'm just trying to explain you with this simple example that how mathematical modeling is there in our day-to-day life. Let's talk about, and let's read this question. The question is, Ravi's father's age is 5 years more than 3 times Ravi's age. Find Ravi's age if his father is 44 years old. I believe you counter with this type of problems in your grade 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. And there we don't know, unknowingly, we are just solving and getting the answer for it just to pass the exam and just to get the good marks. But what is the relevance of these problems into day-to-day life? This is a simple linear equation where you can see that it has a one variable, which is what? Which is age. And age, we consider whatever the variable we consider when we convert into mathematical modeling, we consider it as a x. So x is what? It's a variable that is Ravi's age. And 5 year more than 3 times. That means what? 5 year more than plus 5, 3 times means multiplied by 3. So the equation will become 3x plus 5, and which is equals to 44. Now what we did, we convert a word problem, a simple word problem into mathematical modeling, mathematical equation. We call it maths to English dictionary or English to maths dictionary. Whatever is written in the English, we are converting into maths. And now it is so easy to solve it. If we know how to solve simple linear equation, we can get the value x is equals to 13. That is the age, the Ravi's age is what? 13 years. What we are doing here? We are doing mathematical modeling here. We are converting a biological problem into mathematical equation. This is mathematical modeling actually. So mathematical modeling can be done in so many different ways, so many different fields. Basically, if broadly we will divide or classify mathematical modeling, it is broadly linear modeling or non-linear modeling. Linear means single, when we are getting a simple line. Linear models, line models, because most of the researchers, they use linear models because it is very easy and simple to fit. But these linear models have so many limitations. For every type of data, every type of day-to-day life problem or real world problem, linear models are not suitable. Whereas non-linear models are more related to more close to real life results. But these models also have some limitations and not giving exact results. Anyway, whenever we talk about the modeling in any field contains lots of parameters, lots of variables. So we cannot expect to get an exact answer from it. We always uh, keep a chance for having mistakes or errors. So always we will get approximate results, not the exact results from it. So problems like if you want to find the height of the tower without climbing it, find the width of the river without crossing it, find the mass of the earth, find the blood inside the human body and without bleeding him to the death. And if you want to know the population of India in 2030 without waiting for it. All these problems and thousands of similar problems can be and have been solved through mathematical modeling. So this is the significance of mathematical modeling. Mathematical modeling actually is not restricted for some fixed rule. There is no fixed rule for modeling. Everyone can have, it's actually observation based. So everyone can have different results, different mathematical model on same problem. It's really helpful for the students when you can give them one problem and they can come up with different ideas, different mathematical models. Where it is using actually, you can see mathematics is a mother of all subjects. So mathematical modelings are using everywhere with each and every field which is here. So like engineering, business, physical, biological, or social problem, what we need to do, these problems we need to develop a mathematical model. And these mathematical models can easily solve with by using algebraic, trigonometric, differential, integral, statistical, or any other kind of mathematical equations to reach to the final results. And finally, what we can do, once we solve it with the help of mathematical model, we can convert the results or interpret the results in required form. Okay, so for example, what I did today, or with the example in a linear example, what I did, I just converted a simple problem, a h problem, into x, into equation, and then I solved this and got the answer that x is equals to 13, and I interpret my answer in that Ravi's age is 13 years. Got it? So this is what every problem, day-to-day life problem, real world problem, are converting into mathematical equations, solving, and we are interpreting them into the different uh, requirement according to requirement. Many of my students here in Bahrain, when I teach, even in India when I taught, uh, more than 60% of world population, they believe that math is useless actually. They believe that why we are learning math, it's useless, it's very hard, and we are not using it anywhere in our life. Especially my student here in Bahrain, they said, why teacher, why calculus, why trigonometry, and why, where we are using, we are not climbing on a tree, we are not going to cross the river. I mean, we don't need these things. Why you are teaching and forcing us to learn? I used to tell them, see, when you are a student, okay, fine. When you are a student, you can manage with basic mathematics up to 10th standard, okay, fine. You can learn and you can survive. But if you really want to pursue some higher education, like if you want to do masters and research in any field, I'm not telling only mathematics, in any field, if you want to pursue your higher education, even don't, if you don't want to pursue higher education, maybe you in future you will be entrepreneur, maybe in future you will work for someone, okay, you will work, definitely you will do some job, and those jobs, those work will require mathematics everywhere, in every branch, algebra, geometry, topology, game theory, computer science, probability, everywhere you need to use. Okay, so this is what, once you are a student, you will not understand the value of mathematics. And when you will start applying it, when you will start using it, you will know. Here in the previous slide, I said that we can convert the any business, physical, biological math problems into mathematical model. But if we don't know how to solve it, it is useless for us, right? So that what we need to know how to solve algebraic function, how to know how to solve trigonometric functions, how to not solve differential, integral, right? So that's why it is important to know and learn each and every branch of mathematics. Um, I know that it's like instead of like dealing with, if we know how to solve these problems, so instead of dealing with tower, river, or human body, we need to deal with mathematical equations only on paper, and we can easily get
तो
the result.
श्रीवास्तव झांसी के
Excuse me. Excuse me. Clear, guys?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible. Pratima, ma'am, can you please mute your... Hello,
Fine.
Pratima, ma'am.
मैम
Hello,
अनम्यूट
Pratima, ma'am.
यस यस
नहीं,
मैम
आप
यस
म्यूट कर लीजिए. म्यूट
जी.
म्यूट कर लीजिए. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, can I continue?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So
Yes.
what I was saying, that if we know how to convert a real life problem into mathematical model, that's not sufficient. We need to know how we can solve that particular mathematical model to get the results. So instead of climbing tower, river, and crossing the river and checking the human body, we need to deal with some mathematical equations on paper, and we can easily find the results, and we can interpret those results into required form. So, so many different type of problems, so many real life problems have no solution at all, no solution. They have only solution with the mathematical modeling. So that's why modeling is very, very, very important part of research world. Okay, so that's my concept. I know that many of you, I believe that many of you or all of you are well aware about what mathematical modeling is, what are the uses of it. You have different ideas, different concept about it. I'm just sharing here my opinion, what I feel, what mathematical modeling is. Okay, so I hope you understand this part. Let's directly come to the topic of my presentation, which is mathematical modeling in the field of agriculture. As I explained you already that I worked with a scientist. Um, currently he is principal scientist and he was scientist there in NRCF when I did my PhD. NRCF is a government research center, National Research Center for Agroforestry. So before understanding the how models has been developed in agroforestry, you should know the what is the meaning of agroforestry. What is agroforestry? Okay, so agroforestry is what it's clear with the name itself. Agriculture plus forestry. That means what? Where a system where crop and the trees can be cultivated at the same time. This is called agroforestry. Agroforestry is basically what? It's combined agriculture and forestry technologies to create more integrated, diverse, productive, profitable, healthy, and sustainable land use system. So the students or the faculty from agriculture, they can understand that agroforestry practices are everywhere in agri-silviculture, in form of agri-horticulture, and some other field also. As I'm gonna explain you the application of agriculture modeling in with on eucalyptus tree. Okay, so let's understand. Let's know about the eucalyptus tree a little bit. Eucalyptus tree is I don't know you had seen or not. You can take an idea from the picture. This is eucalyptus tree, and mostly it is very like you can find everywhere on highways, mostly in north region. We have a lot of eucalyptus tree there. Um, uh, the, here is information about eucalyptus that it is eucalyptus plantation are grown in 70 or more countries, including India. And somewhere in 1760, uh, the first tree of eucalyptus found in India. And basically it is native from Australia. It has lots of importance, many importance, and the economic importance of eucalyptus are what we are using it the wood of eucalyptus for matchbox, pulp and paper production industries, and the oil of eucalyptus is very useful, especially in medicines. You remember the smell of Vicks, which we are using when we have cough and cold. The oil which you use in Vicks, it is eucalyptus oil. So it's very like popular and very useful there. And it's wood. It's very strong, dense, and more durable timber. And eucalyptus also provide gum. So many different, you can read about it everywhere it is available. So it's very important tree. And the most important and the most actually useful for uh, farmers as well as for the researchers is eucalyptus has very short lifespan. Short, I'm not saying lifespan, it has very short time when it can be mature enough to cut and get the volume and biomass from it. Mostly the tree component in agroforestry used to have the lifespan from 8 years to 35 years. Means tree take time to grow up to 35 years. So it's going to be very difficult for the researchers as well as it's going to be difficult to for the farmers also to wait a to long period of time for getting the benefit of it. But eucalyptus is a tree where we can cut it and it can be mature in 7 to 8 years. And at the age of 7 to 8 years, eucalyptus can give full volume, biomass, and yield. So that is the best option for agroforestry system. And that's why most of the researchers, they suggest farmers, and they're also doing lots of research on it, that this is one of the best tree which we can grow with the crop to get maximum profit. Okay, enough I think for eucalyptus. If you want to know more about eucalyptus, you can go through my thesis also. It is available on the internet, and lots of different documents also available, so you can go through it. Now the topic is what is modeling. How we did the modeling in the field of especially agriculture. Okay, see. I'm gonna explain you this full modeling on agriculture with two broader objectives. Okay, so the first objective is what was the objective? First of all, collect all research which is available on different journals and articles on the internet. That is called secondary data. So in first of all, what happened? The models have been developed by or collected from previous research work. Okay, so in the previous research work, what focus? They focus on the what type of models develop, what type of models they use for growth, to finding the tree growth of eucalyptus, especially eucalyptus. I'm talking about only eucalyptus now. So what type of mathematical functions they use, what were the prediction capabilities of that, and what were the limitations for it. Okay, so we found mostly linear, allometric, and sigmoid functions used. Most of the researchers, they use linear function or allometric functions or sigmoid functions. So okay, fine. So most of the researchers, as I said, and they develop biomass, DBH model, volume, DBH model. What is DBH here? DBH is known as diameter at breast height. That means 1.37 meter. On an average, we consider that the breast height of an adult is 1.37 meter. So most of the researchers, they just use one variable, only one variable, which is DBH. So just take a diameter of a tree at this particular height, and according to that particular height, whatever we are getting, the diameter, we can find out what is the biomass, what can be the biomass of the tree full. When we will cut it, how much wood it will provide us, how much volume of the wood it is going to provide us. So these kind of models has been developed in research in this eucalyptus based research work. Okay, so when we collected so many research papers based on eucalyptus modeling, tree growth modeling, we found many researchers, they use linear models. We found the linear models, these linear models or allometric models or sigmoid models, when we apply and with the help of softwares called SysStat and SPSS, these are the statistical softwares, and we found that for the extrapolative or intrapolative values, means the higher values of DBH or the lower values of DBH, the models were not giving the proper results. For example, for the linear problem, linear models, what happened? The linear models were working fine for the observed range. If they are plotting it for the observed range, which they observed, collected the data directly, it was fine. But as with the help of softwares, we try to fix it and we try to find the extrapolative or intrapolative results. We find the problem of negative estimation. Means what? For the lower values of dBH, the volume or the biomass, we were getting negative. So that means what? Volume or biomass cannot be negative. So these models fail. These are the limitations of that model. It can work better within the observed range. We cannot find the predictions. So prediction wise, it has some limitations. Some researchers, they use allometric functions and it was having the problem of overestimation. So we found that they are giving like biomass which cannot be acceptable, that the values of biomass and the volume which cannot be acceptable. So allometric models also have limitation. It is giving us overestimation problem. Some they use sigmoid functions, different allometric functions mixed with some other algebraic functions. So they got the problem for again for extrapolative results. We got constant estimation. Means at the age of 2 years we are getting same volume. At the age of 4 years we are getting same volume. At the age of 10 years we are getting the same value. This is which is not like significant. Okay, so these type of models having problems within it. So what is a proposed model is this. Actually, the researchers, they consider tree growth in the form of linear. Some they say it is exponential, but actually it is not. When you observe a tree growth, it is not linear or exponential only. This is a combination of all at different stages. So initially tree growth is exponential. If you observe that tree grows very fast initially, exponential way, growth is very fast at the young age, young time, generally the period of 0 to 2 years. At the stage of maturity, the growth become linear. Okay, so you will see, okay, at the same interval, same time, this much only growth is there. Growth in terms of height, in terms of volume or the biomass. And when the tree will become at 0 to 5 year around, I'm just talking about eucalyptus tree. When it comes to the old age, that means the growth will become monomolecular, decreased. It will go and slowly it will decrease. So this is a pattern what we observed for tree growth. And based on these observations, some mathematical model, that is sigmoid model, S-shaped functions. We call it sigmoid functions, S-shaped function. It is not like I cannot explain you here now. I cannot show you, but sigmoid functions are actually it's a mixing of so many different type of non-linear functions, not a single function. Okay, so that's why I'm telling you, all of you, just clear in your mind that whatever you are learning in your masters and your uh, research, or that is going to help you, because these functions, if you are, for example, if you know allometric functions, different type of functions, nonlinear functions, maybe if you know different type of that spatial functions, so that you will be able to apply them for finding good results, right? So here some sigmoid functions as S-shaped functions are developed on
वॉइस नहीं आ रहा है मैम। हेलो हेलो।
Hello? Hello?
Yes, Ritu ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah,
Now?
actually, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Now it is audible. In between, I think the connection has gone. So could you please repeat that, your part?
Oh, okay. I did not notice. I did not
I'll
notice.
just explain that
Yeah.
you were
So
explaining
I don't
that.
know till where you were able
Hey,
to listen.
I'll tell you, ma'am. We were on that exponential, linear, and monomolecular.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So yeah. So you did not miss a lot. I have repeated.
No. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that part we have taken up after that. Yeah, after this
Okay,
slide.
fine. This is clear?
This is
Yes,
clear.
ma'am.
Yeah,
This
this was explained. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, fine. So I was explaining you that many sigmoid model has been developed on basis of these data sets. So 2 years were till 2 years we observed the data, and after that we simulate data for 5 years, and then ultimate simulate data for 8 years, and then combination of this data set were used for developing sigmoid models. Okay, so this was one objective which was based on secondary data. What other peoples did, that was the from that what they researched and what were the limitations that we use there, and then finally we developed the different models there. Here the second one is comparison of growth in different different systems. So agri silviculture, compact block, and boundary plantation. So we also develop the models in the form of what is the difference if we plant in agri silviculture on compact block or the boundary plantation. Agri silvi means when when the plantation has been done tree in between crops, okay, it's between, it's dense. Compact block means we decide a block, and then on the boundaries of the block, the tree component can be planted. And boundary plantation is the tree component only on the boundaries. It has different ideas, different results, different comparisons, and different models for it. Also, the researchers and the students, especially who are doing their research in um, agriculture field, okay, this is very prominent topic for them to research, that is called missing root biomass models. Mostly it happens when we harvest any tree, the some roots, okay, some roots are broken, okay, and it mixed under the ground. We cannot harvest them properly. Any tree cannot harvest completely without destroying its roots, okay. So some models have been developed on missing root by taking the diameter of the broken part from where it got break. From taking the diameter of broken part, some mathematical allometric or sigmoid models has been developed to find the missing biomass. Okay, how much we lost. Okay, so that also very good to predict the result. It's very good field. And I remember that time when I did, it was the first attempt. Nobody else did this. It was totally new. And I don't know, from last almost 14 years now, there will be so many more results, researches on it. But still, if it is very prominent topic for the researchers to work on it. Fine. So these are the models that above ground biomass. Above ground means that how much volume and how much yield component, how much volume biomass
नीतू
limitations.
मैम शायद वॉइस फिर गया ना.
हाँ चला गया है, आ गया फिर.
ऋतु मैम,
Yes.
मैम थोड़ा सा क्लोज होके आप बात करें, बिकॉज आपका वॉइस बीच में चला जा रहा है.
Maybe network
Yeah.
issue.
Yeah, some network issue. Yeah.
Yeah, it's clear now.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
now it is clear, ma'am. It is audible.
Okay, fine. Yeah,
Fine.
fine. So I was sharing that these models have been developed with the researchers. Many researchers use allometric, exponential, allometric, or a different type of sigmoid functions for different type of problems. And these, I'm telling about these models also have limitations. Okay, I'm not saying that these are perfect and applicable everywhere, but uh, at least these are giving some better results in terms of like exactly where we are working in terms of, because here we are including only one variable, so based on that variable it is giving better results. um, as I said, all mathematical models have some limitations also. Every model, each and every model cannot be perfect because it's dealing with so many variables. If we are using only one variable, that means we cannot predict the exact result on it. For example, health of a person. If you got, if you are sick, the doctor used to check so many variables. He cannot decide only what is a problem with one symptom. So many different tests he used to suggest us. Okay, go for this test, go for that test. He always asks, what is the weight of the person? What is the age of the person? Because medical science also based on mathematical modeling. Here they predict the results, they predict the problem. They cannot say the problem, what is the problem exactly by knowing one variable. Okay, so similarly for any field other than medical, any field, many variables are involved. So for the researchers, for the students, it is very important to find the best optimal solution for any research. Fine. Even this model which I share with you, it is best suitable only for Bundelkhand region, because climate conditions, rainfall, and soil conditions, these were also there, but we did not consider. So these records are applicable. These data set is performing well only in that particular region. So that means uh, it is important for us to find a best suitable models for our work. Okay. Um, if we talk about the current situation, in the current situation, the problem is about COVID-19. Everyone is suffering with this. Uh, somewhere I read about it that more than 8,000 research papers have been developed in last 5 months. Many researchers, they use SEIR or SIR model for prediction of COVID-19. Some are saying, okay, it is going to finish by end of June. Some are saying, okay, it will continue. Second wave will come in the December. Some are saying that, okay, it will continue. It will be there forever. So still we are not finding any fixed rule or any appropriate model on it, that okay, this will happen at by end of this year, or this will happen by end of this month. So here also it's a challenge for the researchers, and it's a challenge for mathematicians that to find a perfect fit model for COVID-19. Not only COVID-19, whatever you are doing, whatever you are pursuing, it is challenge for you to know the proper, to find the proper model, proper modeling, proper equations to find a
Ritu ma'am,
perfect result.
we want your voice to be bit louder and to be bit clear, because it is cracking in between.
Okay. Can you give me headphones? 1 minute. Please bring headphones.
Because actually the participants are requesting that your voice is not audible, so they are not able to take your things properly.
Oh, sorry. Wait. I'll use a headphone, so maybe it will help.
Yeah, yeah.
1 minute. Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it's clear now?
Yeah, ma'am.
Now
Yeah,
it's
it's
audible?
pretty much clear now. Yeah.
Okay, fine.
So you were explaining us the last slide about the COVID situations. So we were there.
Okay, fine. Yes,
Yeah.
sure. So I'm just trying to say here that mathematical models are a, a person who is working on mathematical model, either he is a student or the faculty or the researcher or mathematician or anyone. Okay, my concept is that the person should know lots of things, many things. Like it's not enough to know only one field. When you are going to do mathematical modeling, many variables involved in it, many variables. And it's not a easy work. It's not, developing mathematical model is not a one-day job. It's required a lot of time, lot of research, lot of hard work. That means what? If you are working, maybe your model will not, whatever you have after working for 6 months, you produce a mathematical model for some particular situation. Maybe next month, in 7th month, it will not work because it affects so many different variables. So I'll suggest to all the researchers, all the students who are working on mathematical models, first to understand the affecting variables. It's very important. And the main thing is the researchers need to pick, because we cannot develop a model with so many variables together. So the researchers need to pick a variable which is best suitable for the model. These few things need to remember when somebody is developing mathematical models. So I was talking about many researchers, they are working on SEIR, SIR models, but in the COVID-19 situation, lots of parameter. Age is one of the parameter, gender is another parameter, climate is another parameter. So to consider all these parameters in one model, it's not possible. That's why these COVID-19 models are a big fail. Still, we don't have a proper idea on it. Okay, so this is all the gist of all research, all presentation which I present. I will conclude those who missed because of unclear voice. I'll just clear in simple words what it mean by mathematical modeling and how it is useful in research. In simple words, the mathematical modeling is to convert a real world problem into a mathematical equation, and we should aware how to solve those equations to get the and results. That's the first thing. The second thing, mathematical modeling in agriculture research is very popular and it has a good future. Those who are pursuing their agriculture studies, it's very good for them because it's in your hand. Agriculture is everywhere and you can get your own data, primary data easily. Okay, and especially in agroforestry field, it is very much promoted to the from the government to the researchers and especially farmers to conduct and to apply agroforestry in their fields, because it will provide lots of things. I mean, lots of benefits. It can manage the soil condition, it can reduce the decay of water, it can reduce, it can give more profit, right? So many factors are involved in agroforestry research. Models can be developed in any form, mostly in agroforestry for the tree growth models. Linear models are not suitable, so some allometric, sigmoid and exponential models are useful for this type of work. That's it, I think. Okay, I hope it's clear for you. So if you have any questions, you can ask me.
Uh, yes, ma'am. Thank you. It was the precise and nice presentation on mathematical modeling, and
Thank you.
specifically you have taken the example of agriculture. If we sum up these 2 days webinar, yesterday we had mathematical modeling in like Dr. Som says about the rainwater harvesting, it is again it is from our life. Yes, there's some critical problem we are showing that how to restore this rainwater to utilize it. So that was a point. And then today you talked about this agriculture, specifically in agriculture field. So yes, one request was there that any example which can be taken from any specific like finance or account stream. So I think it is tough in 2 days to take all the examples into consideration. But I think the researchers and the teachers must have got an idea that a myth was there. Like you said that it is there in medical science as well. But the people, majority of the researchers may not even know about it, that how mathematics is useful in medical science. Because I believe, what personally I believe as into the academics since being 18 years for me now, that we are so airtight in our areas that we don't, yes, we are talking about interdisciplinary, transdisciplinary research, but sorry to say we are not open for that so far. We have closed minds. If a person is from science, he may think that what should I have to do with society? If a person is from social background, then social science, then he say what do I have to do with science? But nevertheless, research is not having boundaries. Yes, but in thesis or in dissertation we have to limit it. That is our constraint also, and that is the demand of our you can say education system also. So we have to take all these things into consideration for doing a concrete research. Like you are a student of mathematics, but you have touched upon the agriculture things. Bharadwaj sir, I have seen lot many times, he's taking the real life problems and he's applying mathematics into it, because he's a master of mathematics. But maybe the people like me or any other people like me on board, maybe Dr. Deepti is also there on commerce. If we people wants to apply mathematics, sorry to say, we lost in haywire, because we don't have that much of knowledge of mathematical modeling. Yes, we have knowledge of statistics so far because we used to apply that. But not mathematics as such, because as you said, it requires a tremendous amount of hard work and data. So so far I have not seen a lot of questions on the board. Maybe now people must have posed, but to begin with the question, what question I am having in my mind is, I'll taking this question from the finance side. One of my scholar is in this attendees panel, Vinod M. Lakhwani. And when we think about, like for an example, if we have a finance data, can you please suggest us that how much is the data range is required for mathematical modeling? As you said that modeling is for prediction, for forecasting. In one of your slide you have mentioned. Okay, so I'm still confused that if I want to predict maybe the future values,
that how much data is required for it.
So or maybe one of our study is going in stock market as well. We are talking about the share values. So what is the base, what is that range of data is required for a concrete modeling, you say, or for effective modeling, whatever word you may use. What is that range of data, ma'am? How much, like how we decide that range of data?
Yeah, before understanding the exact way, what you are asking, you need to understand what statistics is.
Yes.
So statistics actually is a branch of mathematics, and it's deal with big data. It's not a small data. Okay, statistics is how it is different from basic mathematics. Basic calculation we do 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, which we can use calculator and do it, right?
Yes,
find the mean of 10 numbers, first 10 numbers. We can easily add and divide by 10 and get the answer with the help of calculator. Simple mathematical calculation. But if I will ask you, okay, find the number of female educated and number of female who are having higher education in Bhopal, whole Bhopal. Okay, so it's going to be difficult. You will not go to the person, each and every family, how many persons are there, and the woman is, what is the education of that particular woman, right? This is not possible to get the proper data. Are you able to hear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so here comes statistics, here comes modeling, because statistics always deal with very big data, not hundreds, not thousands, not lakhs and crores. It's huge number. Okay, so you're talking about for research and the modeling, how much data is required. Actually, data has no limit for anything, any research, but we do sampling for it. We cannot compile whole data for research work. we do sampling. And there are different methods of sampling: random sampling, stratified sampling, and these samplings depends on particular type of data, particular type of research. For example, you are doing research in finance field, so
Yeah.
it has a specific type of sampling for it. Okay.
Yes.
And that sampling means, for example, you are targeting your population is what? Your population is millions, 2 million people is your population, but you are taking sample only for 1,000 people. You are preparing a questionnaire for it. You are sending a questionnaire only to 1,000 people, because you cannot send the questionnaire to millions of people. And based on their answers, what they are saying in the finance, for example, bank, we are talking about a project on banking services. Okay, you want to know that which bank is better. Okay, so what bank will do? He will prepare a questionnaire. He will send to his customer. Okay, only his customer. For example, he will not send it to me. I'm his customer. Then only he sent. And what are the problems? What are the, according to the answers from that from the customer who filled the form for the questionnaire, he will start doing the prediction, making the prediction with the help of softwares. Before, we used to do all these research, statistical research with the manually. Okay, we have some
Yes.
formulas, some functions, and those who, the students who are from the statistics, they know how to do it. But as you said, you're not from mathematics, and you're from
No,
different fields.
actually, my question was that,
Yeah.
that if I have a, let's suppose if I have a data of maybe the profit, net profit, it's a secondary
Okay.
data, and I have a data of let's suppose 30 companies, and it's for 10 years. So
Okay.
can I do a mathematical modeling considering that 10 years data? And can I predict the next 2 years profit based on that 10 years data? Is it
Why
possible
not? Why
mathematically?
not?
That's what is my
Definitely it
question.
is possible. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm telling you. This is so easy, and nowadays everyone doing like that. There are
Yes.
so many statistical software, because like Systat,
Yeah,
SPSS,
in,
and
in
there are more.
SPSS it is Arima is there, and we have
Yeah,
used, but we
yeah.
got to know from someone that for prediction of further 5 years, we need to have a 20 years data, because like 20 years data is a huge data. So that's why
No,
my confusion was there.
yeah, see, I will explain you this. See, definitely, if you have big data for a long time, you will get more exact results, right? Your
Okay,
results
fine.
will be more real. If you
Fine.
have less data, your results will be less real, right? But
So
it's
my
not.
next
It
question is
doesn't
on
mean.
that only, that if
Yeah,
I'm if my, on behalf of my research scholars or teachers,
yeah.
I hope that they will also agree with me. Now if I'm using any mathematical modeling in any kind of social science or any kind of agriculture, engineering, whatever the research is, like, do we need to validate that also, because we're just proposing it? So will it work?
Definitely,
Will it
definitely.
work?
This is a
Yes.
part of closing the modeling. I did not
Yes.
mention, I think. It's a part. It's like, for example, it's closing. If you will not validate, the process will not close. Without
Okay.
validation, it's like I'm saying I am the richest person in the world. But
Fine.
who knows? Who will believe until and unless I will not validate it, right? So validation is always important for any kind of research. Validation always done with the different data set. The model
Okay.
which you created on your data set, you need to
Okay.
validate with different data set.
Okay, so that validation is also required.
It's must actually. It
It's
will not say
must. That's what I'm
required. It's
saying.
must.
Okay.
Then only you can say my model is perfect and it is applicable for different situation, different conditions.
Okay. And then
Because model.
we need, first we have to develop, and then we have to take the current data to validate the same.
Yes, and you have, see, the procedure is what? You collected data, there's a first step. You collected data, you analyze data, okay?
Yes.
You analyze data with the help of software. You
Yes.
find the predictions with the help of software that is going to be in future after 2 years, what can be the predictions? Okay,
Yes.
this is 100% applicable and it's going to 100% real for your data only, right? But this is, if you will say, okay, other person can use the same model, maybe it will not fit on his data.
Okay.
Because it has different constraints, it has different variables. Okay, so always to make a good data, please listen carefully, all researchers, all students, to make a perfect model. Okay, it is very important to validate the data, validate the model on different data set, on some
Okay.
others data set. Okay,
Okay.
then only
Okay.
you can say, okay, fine, my model can work on real data set, observed data set, as well as for the others data set. Then it is used,
Okay.
right?
There's one question, ma'am. Okay, fine. Thank you for all my
It
queries
is clear.
because
It is
yeah, it is clear, ma'am. It is clear
okay.
because
Fine.
actually, in finance specifically, we see that yes, that is too much in because when in statistics, when we use regression specifically, it's I'm talking about the time series data.
Yeah.
Or rather in HR also, I have seen like lot many variables when will be taken and we estimate the equation. So
Mm-hmm.
after the estimation, yes, the next step is modeling only, and like you have to put in the value and you have to why you are estimating relationship for prediction
Yes.
something in future. So that is the next
Mm-hmm.
part which you are saying. Obviously when yesterday sir
Mm-hmm.
was showing the example, average value, average things were coming, you were also talking about the average life. So statistics is well imbibed in mathematics, it is not
Yes.
apart from mathematics, but as I
Mm.
said on the first day, statistics just draw the inferences, mathematics give you the solution of the problem. That is the difference between these two streams. So
Yes.
with this, yes, there is a one more question which I have. I'll just
Yeah.
read it out.
Sure.
Mm. Okay, so there's a question from Tahira. Ma'am,
Okay.
I had found a new formula related
Mm-hmm.
polynomials
Mm-hmm.
obeying previous rules.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a research or not? And if it is, then what is required to do more to it?
Okay. What?
A
Come
new
again,
formula
please.
related polynomials
Okay. So new formula related polynomial. Okay. So as
obeying
I
previous
said,
rules.
okay, fine. Here it is, again, I will say as modeling is a vast area. Even mathematics is very vast. Okay, so
Yes.
different researchers, different students, everyone is doing research. See, in mathematics, in MSc Maths also, we need to do the dissertation. If you're going for PhD, you need to do lots of research work. So if somebody is having a different formula, okay, that's not a research to get just one formula. That's a real mathematics. Actually, getting formula, for example, a plus b whole square is equals to a square plus b square plus 2ab. This is a standard formula applicable for any value of a, any value of b in this world, any value. So this is universally correct formula. Okay, so one, if somebody is finding a new formula, that means it should validate for all the values. So the person who is asking, please validate that this is applicable for any value of x and y, any value of variables. If it is, that means this is a research. You understand?
Okay.
So research is what? That you find something which is applicable universally. That is called
Okay.
research. Yeah.
Fine. Ma'am, one of my scholar only for whom I was talking about, any model or any mathematical modeling you suggest for the finance specific people, like where we are predicting usually the future values. So any specific model, like you said, a lot of mathematical modeling tools are there. So is there any
Yeah,
model which you can suggest? Which
see,
model to be used?
yeah, see, Dr. Sangeeta, actually, as I said, modeling is not linear, actually.
Yes.
Even our life is not linear. Every day we will find some ups and downs. So if you will graph mathematically, the every real life model, even the finance or business or any model, they have curve. Okay, it's
Curves. Yeah.
upside curve or the downside curve, profit curves or the losses curves, any type of curve. So it's mostly exponential model are useful for these type of results. So
Okay.
exponential growth models, exponential decay models, these can be suggested from my side for
Okay.
especially in the field of finance.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
And
I'll
yeah,
just check
even
it
the
out.
statistics is sorry, Excel, MS Excel having lots of good features.
Okay.
If somebody is not having any paid statistical software, he can explore Excel. It has plenty of features for mathematical modeling.
Okay, like in economics also we use exponentials most of the times.
Yeah, mostly
Yeah.
the simple models can be done by exponential model, and it gives good results actually. And when you want to do some complicated problems like I did, I explain you agriculture research problem, tree growth problem, then I
Yes.
use sigmoid functions here, and that has more involved mathematics. So the person who is not from mathematics, I feel it will be difficult for him to involve in deep mathematics. So better exponential growth functions, exponential decay functions, these are the best option for any kind of other field research work. It can give very good results.
Okay, one more question, ma'am, is from Lavina Kaldra. She is again a student of management, because you have actually generated the curiosity, not in mathematics, maybe not in the students of mathematics, but the students of all stream, the way you have explained.
No
So
worries,
now
no
everybody
worries.
is thinking that, okay, why can't we get into it?
Yeah,
Because I
sure.
always say that optimization and getting into the real world is very interesting in research. What
True.
we are right now is more or less doing is the just fundamental research, just with some empirical data, and then we come up with the inferences and then we close it. So I also personally feel that if you do something new into it, it develop the curiosity in the researcher's mind. So the
Definitely.
question from her side is how mathematical modeling is helpful in predicting the trend of surplus or deficit of
Okay,
personnel in an organization. This is more
okay,
of the HR side question, I can see.
okay.
And the reasons behind it, matlab, or any specific tool we can use just to predict the how many personals we have, is it surplus or deficit? Any mathematical modeling related to this?
Actually, it's a core HR what you're
It's a
talking
core
about
HR.
me, and then yeah, and the most of the terminologies I need to understand from HR. What is a surplus? What you said, surplus?
Surplus means the more of manpower. Matlab, like if I'm HR and I want
Hmm.
to know the optimum people in my to be in my organization, not because like if I have surplus employees, then it will be it will be increasing the cost, and if I'll have deficit, then work will be affected. So far I can understand from Lavina's question is that, is there any model which can give us an idea, or we can predict like this, so that like this number of, apart from the norms we have for the employees, but this must be the optimum range of employees you can have. That's what kind of question she's asking.
Yeah, what up to my understanding, what I'll say, like, 1 minute. It's audible?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So up to my understanding with this HR, what I'll say, see, uh, number of employees required for a particular company based on so many different things, so many variables. Okay, it's criticalness of the work, the main thing. If work is critical, you need people working there. If work can manageable for, and it also depends on departments. Some departments can work with less people. Some departments they can work from home. Some department the you need physical presence of the person at that particular place, especially in the refineries and all. So I feel I'm not sure, okay, because I'm not from this field. I feel developing a fixed model on this scenario is difficult, and it's not very applicable. I mean, because
Okay.
as I said, it's situational based. So
Yes.
you can say
Ritu ma'am. Hello. Hello, Ritu ma'am. रमन सर शायद प्रॉब्लम हुआ है, रमन सर.
मेरे ख्याल से उनके नेटवर्क का इशू चल रहा है मैम.
वही वही मुझे भी लग रहा है, आ गया शायद फिर.
वॉइस नहीं आ रहा है।
मैम उनका कनेक्टिविटी इशू हुआ है, मैं 1 मिनट बात करती हूँ फोन पे, कि वो बाहर है ना, यहाँ से है ही नहीं।
हाँ हाँ हाँ।
हाँ वही दिक्कत आ रही है, 2 मिनट रुकिए।
वो इनका पीपीटी भी बोल दीजिएगा, पीपीटी भी मैम शेयर कर देना, स्टूडेंट्स के मैसेज आ रहे हैं।
यस मैम, मैं बोलती हूँ। Ritu ma'am, are we audible to you?
हेलो रमेश सर, हेलो रमन सर।
जी मैम।
जी मैम।
जी मैम, मैं ट्राई करवा रही हूँ मैम से, उनके यहाँ शायद कुछ प्रॉब्लम हुआ है नेटवर्क का। तो हेलो हेलो
हाँ जी मैम, ठीक है ठीक है, देख
मैम,
लीजिए आप।
मैं हाँ पूरी कोशिश करवा रही
हाँ
हूँ।
हाँ।
एक्चुअली उनके यहाँ कुछ नेटवर्क इशू हुआ है, तो आई एम जस्ट
ओके,
ट्राइंग
अदरवाइज उनका सेशन तो ऑलमोस्ट हो गया था, हम पीपीटीज और शेयर कर देंगे।
हाँ वो अभी क्या, उनका बराबर कॉल आ रहा है मुझे
अच्छा
2 मिनट
ओके
दीजिए
ओके।
आप लोग। हाँ हाँ।
हाँ हाँ हाँ।
यस नीतू मैम।
हाँ जी मैम।
मैम इज ट्राइंग मीनवाइल, जितने हमारे पार्टिसिपेंट्स हैं, मैं उनके लिए
हाँ
कुछ इन्फॉर्मेशंस, कुछ अनाउंसमेंट्स कर देती हूँ।
हाँ
वी आर
हाँ।
ट्राइंग टू गैदर ऑल द PPTs from all the resource person, so be patient with us. We'll be sharing you the presentations through your emails only. As such, we have not made any WhatsApp group for this mathematical modeling webinar participants WhatsApp group. So with us, Dr. Gupta sir is
Hello.
also there, and yes, ma'am is there now.
Hello.
Yeah, ma'am.
What happened?
It's okay, ma'am. It's okay. See, technology is not in our hands.
Yeah. Actually, I
Yeah,
don't know what
it's
happened with my
it's
side.
open. It's
Maybe,
okay. It's
yeah.
okay. Finally, it is good that you are back. That is important.
Yeah.
So yes, you were explaining something about the HR. The question was there of, and
Ah,
some more
okay.
questions are also there.
Okay, fine. So
So let
I was telling that HR as a topic, which depends on a company, and then company have different strategies, and also the different companies has different requirements, different departments.
yes,
Okay, so if you are talking about a refinery, with a company which has a refinery, you need people present. I mean, you need the physical presence of the person. You cannot cut down the staff there. Okay,
yes,
if somebody is working with IT department, you can tell, okay, we can cut down instead of 5%, we need only 3. So there you can record. So depends on you cannot make wholesale model for whole company, right? So I think it's very specific. So up to my knowledge, up to my understanding, developing a model for wholesale company for reducing the manpower is not significant, actually, not significant. And if somebody
yeah, and
really want to know on let me complete.
no, no, ma'am. Adding to it, what
Hmm.
I can personally feel is that
Hmm.
uh, whenever we conduct a research or whenever we go for any kind of analysis or situations, as I always say, we have to see the objective, the purpose of it, and then whether it is feasible or not, because
Yes,
it
yes,
depends on the type and the nature of data.
definitely.
What Lavina is trying to ask is, yes, you can just justify, because in my MBA time, I was having a topic of manpower deployment.
Okay.
So an organization always go for that optimum range of manpower. Like
Mm-hmm.
if you right now see the COVID situation, so
Mm-hmm.
this time the all the employers are seeking for the less number of employees to be in to be in organization with more production, if you say, if talk about the manufacturing or say so, but then there are certain rules and regulations to be followed. So
Definitely.
going for this particular situation in mathematical way may be a bit tricky, but if
Mm-hmm.
someone asks, then yes, later on you can look for it. So if
Yeah.
initially to select a topic for research, we can only say that yes, we can tell you the optimum solution or optimum numbers of the employees by
Mm-hmm.
taking some previous data into consideration.
Mm-hmm.
And then there are certain tools and techniques to predict that, like we do some transportation problems and all into it to
Mm-hmm.
find out the optimum values. So
True.
that can be done, but so far I think mathematical modeling, yes, she has to rethink on it.
Yeah.
And one more
Mathematical
question
modeling
is,
will be specific, actually.
will be
You can,
specific, yeah,
yeah.
will be a case to case basis.
Case to case basis.
Yeah, so the another question is from Arif Rashid. How can we create new things, that is something new from the previous proved theorem? I don't know
Oh.
whether it is directly related to your field or not,
No,
so
that's
it's up
it's
to you.
actually direct because it's a pure mathematics he's talking about,
Yeah, yeah.
and yeah. So, uh, so dear student, actually the pure this is from the pure mathematics part you are talking about, and if you are masters in maths, you must be learn the spatial functions. This is a paper was there in MSc mathematics, spatial functions. You can find in the spatial functions there are so many functions, and we are just twisting. Okay, we are changing one variable, and we there is an opportunity for us. Most of the research in pure mathematics has been done in the top on the topic spatial function, where you can see that if we mix two functions, we can create a new function. If we delete something from one function, we can create a new function. Okay, so this is pure mathematics, and in the pure mathematics, every new function is will give you optimized solution. This is the beauty of pure mathematics. But when we come to the applied mathematics, we need to apply lots of different. We need to think lots of things about variables and then conditions, and it's specific, actually.
Yes,
So
because the name he has mentioned about my theorem, that is Raoult's theorem. Maybe some
okay,
theorem is there.
Raoult's theorem. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
Raoult's theorem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in that particular type of functions, first of all, if you are working on it, first of all, you need to understand that particular equation is using for what? What are the application of that particular equation? Okay. And where it is using in which field? That you need to understand. Then you need to go through with the derivation of it, how they are proving, because these equations are not direct equation like a plus b is equals to c I a square plus b square is equals to c square. No, these equations has some long derivation behind it. So first of all, understand that derivation and try to implement or change the variables. Okay, with variables with the different conditions, try to include a real life problem into it. That also possible, that if that particular equation or particular formula can be useful for some problem, you can implement it for the real life problems. It can be medical, agricultural, business, whatever. And accordingly you can simply try to change one variable and check whether it is effective or not. Maybe it will not work, you need to think about more type of variable in it. Okay, so in the pure mathematics, changing the equation is not just like that, okay, whatever we want to remove we can remove and whatever we want to add we can add. No, it should have some specific uh, like uh, like justification. Okay, validation is very important for that. So you can create equations from equations, but it should validate it with some numbers. At least you need to validate with very big data. Many times you need to validate it. That's my answer. Hope it is
Okay,
useful to
ma'am.
you.
So some of the participants are asking your email IDs. So if you will permit, we'll share it so that
Why
they can
not?
ask you some questions.
Yeah, sure.
So
You
that
can.
I'll give to them. So
Yeah.
the answer of those participant is there, that we'll be sharing the email ID of all the three eminent personalities with you. Then you can be in connect, because what I
Absolutely
personally
no
believe
problem.
is
Yeah.
that the emerging research scholars or aspirants are coming to join these webinars to clear their doubts. Yes, they can clear with their seniors and guides also, but somehow they also need some external support and assistance. So I believe that yes, that connectivity should be there after webinar. So I request that if
Definitely,
some
I
of the
will love to
participants,
connect.
yeah.
I will love
So
to connect
I'll
with you
yeah,
people.
so we'll be sharing your email IDs, and I think I request my panelists to, if they have some questions to put on all the panel members who are with me, like Geeti ma'am or Neetu ma'am or Pratima ma'am, anybody who would like to ask anything to ma'am related to their any area, so they can, any one of you.
काफी अच्छा presentation था मैम. It's very
Thank
nice
you.
presentation.
Thank you. Thank you.
हाँ सर.
कोई क्वेश्चन
PPTs
आप पूछेंगे? PPTs, ma'am, please share your presentation with us on my email ID so I can forward it to participants.
Sure, I will do so.
Your presentation, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other question, Pratima ma'am? आप
some
कुछ
more
पूछेंगे?
software are in this ma'am, which we are
Many.
using in computational study
Many.
of
Many softwares are there.
okay.
So Neetuji, actually, we use before, because I worked in year 2003 to 2006, so long time now. That time, my institute was having SysTAT, SYSTAT. That was a very good software. I worked on that. Then
Okay.
SPSS introduced. In my time also, I worked on SPSS. That also
Yes.
has many features. Okay,
Okay.
and after that, MATLAB is for mathematical equations, mathematical modeling. MATLAB is very good software.
Okay.
But that
For
is
We have,
physics,
basically,
ma'am.
ma'am, for
We have.
physics, we want to calculate some theoretical properties of any compounds. Is there any software for this?
that I don't know actually. It's not my,
Okay, okay,
yeah.
okay.
Even in fact, I'm telling everyone
We have
that
a two software. I think Win2K and LMTU, TB, LMTU. There are
that
two
is maybe
software.
specifically for physics purpose.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah. So similarly,
yes.
I'm telling you for maths purpose, there's MATLAB. It's so easy to
Okay.
predict equations, graphs, and it's so easy to predict the future results modeling. So
We are using in making some graph.
That's good. And I will tell everyone this thing. No, just for basic research, Excel is very good, which I'm finding and
Yes, ma'am.
I'm giving to my students, because we are also here in the engineering. We are giving them projects, PBL projects, problem-based learning projects, where we give our students problems, direct
Okay.
real life problem, and we divide it into the group to them, and we leave them free. Okay, go and work on make a project on it. and they are
Okay.
using Excel for it very nicely. Lots of good applications are there in Excel. And
Excel
for
is too big, ma'am. Excel
and
is having a
Excel
lot of
is
properties.
huge.
We have not
Yes,
explored it so far.
Yes, yes.
yes,
Because it is not user friendly, if I can say, is that it is having a lot of commands and you have to remember that, like
No,
in comparison, because I use SPSS.
yes.
So SPSS is like, it's more user friendly, like it's a help menu is also given and
Yeah.
everything is given. Excel is little bit critical, like you have
Yeah.
to drag on, then you have to select, so sometimes we miss out. But
No,
if you're
my
comfortable with
yes.
Excel, then like no worries, because it is available also.
See, Sangeeta, I'll explain you about Excel. It's if you know basic, okay, you can watch videos available.
Yeah.
Excel has everything, even
Yes.
the basic application until the highest critical problems also you can solve. Any
Yes.
statistical problem, nice
Yes.
graphs and nice predictions, modeling. You can do coding also into it. So only, yeah, what you're saying, it's not user friendly because we are not using it.
Yeah, we are not using it.
Yeah.
That's maybe the case.
So we are
That's maybe the
using
case.
only, like, for example, 10 to 20% of it. So
That's right.
somebody really don't want to buy any software. And the good thing is what, some softwares are specifically for that particular field. For example, Madam was sharing that this is for physics. I'm sharing MATLAB is for math. Okay, but uh, Excel, you can do everything. All, even the social data, and then any data you can easily compile there, and you can easily do the analysis of the data with the help of
Okay, I think Dipti ma'am is there. Dipti ma'am, would you like to ask any question to ma'am before?
No, actually, but I agree with ma'am. Excel is the most important part in the industry also,
Yes, yes,
and every type of accounts. And basically,
yes.
actually, ma'am, I am a person of accounts and tax.
Okay.
So just because of that, I want to share these things. In
Hmm.
the industry, it's a demand
Yes.
for the Excel, especially for
Hmm.
all students. मतलब maximum जो campus आते हैं हमारे यहाँ, वो maximum they are saying one word कि आप लोग students are friendly with the Excel or not. So it's a very useful and advanced Excel. What is the basic difference between Excel and advanced Excel?
Okay, I will let you
There is
know.
any difference?
Yes, I will let you know because I did this courses on this basic and advanced Excel. So basic Excel is usually we use for basic addition, subtraction, mean, mode, median, middle values, basic applications. The advanced Excel is actually very good for statistical research part. Means pivot tables are very good, their option that you can especially for finance and business, it's very useful. So just consider a case. For example, you are an employee and your boss wanted to know like sale results. Okay, he wanted to know if you have four different type of product, and he wanted to know, okay, in which month the sale will be more for this particular product. You have a lot of data, but your boss don't want to see all the data together. He want one line answer from you. Okay, so there are so many features in Excel where you can give or graph only the particular aspect. If you want to know the whatever is the graph, what is the sale in March 2019 for particular one product. Okay, so you can graph only that. No need to compile all the data, all aspects there. So whatever your boss is asking, whatever is the requirement of the business, you can predict or present that particular data. So Excel is having advanced Excel. Also the prediction, which Madam was asking about the mathematical modeling. So these simple modeling, the modeling also can be done in the advanced Excel. Also, you can create your own programs, that is coding. If somebody is good with coding and computing, Excel is not restricted to predefined applications. You can create your own coding. You can create your own applications. So it has a lot.
So, ma'am, it's come in a same MS Office package. It's a different any Excel we will download. Yeah,
No, it's same. It comes
it
with
is simple.
MSS. Yeah,
Okay.
it's the oldest one was I think 2003, and then now new
Yeah.
features added a new one. 2010 is latest. I think I don't remember exactly, but latest one has more features and more user friendly. So
Okay.
at least I will suggest, even I as a teacher, okay, I suggest my student, if you want to earn your bread and butter in future without studying, just
Exactly.
be perfect in Excel.
Yes,
Okay, if
that
you
is
know
Exactly,
true.
ma'am.
Excel, at
That is
least,
true.
yeah, at least you can earn bread and butter. You can work with any company where you can get a handsome amount, because Excel
Actually,
can.
ma'am, we are also running a one computer application program and a BCom. So I
Mhm,
also always tell to all my students कि
mhm.
you just मतलब hand-on session on Excel. It's a very important part.
Yes.
अगर if you are comfortable या you are very friendly with this, so anywhere you.
Anywhere, even I'm working with like I can give you the international exposure also. Here the companies, the person who is good at Excel, he is boss actually. Even the bosses also used to ask, okay, please help me in this part.
In
So
Excel,
So I
exactly.
think from today onwards, we all will start working on Excel to be in your
Excel.
country.
Advanced Excel.
advanced, yeah,
Advanced Excel.
Advanced Excel.
especially for the students, it's very important to learn advanced Excel. It's really.
Yeah.
Fine. So, ma'am, I know, but this is not, this is beyond the periphery of your topic, but still,
Yeah,
she is one
exactly.
of our teacher, Dr. Chitra Singh. So, yes, her question is how to write algebraic equation in Excel. This is a pretty tough question, I think she has put it on. But
uh,
any command, if you suggest, she just want to know how to write algebraic equation in Excel.
Algebraic equations, how to write.
How to write, yes.
Okay,
That's what I'm
writing
saying, a
is,
tricky question.
yeah, writing equations in Excel actually not required. For writing,
Yes.
we have Word. You can
Yeah,
write
and
the
in Word
equation
there is an
there.
option. It is
Yes,
insert equation. Yes, I have
yes,
even used
insert
it.
equation is an option. Word also
Yeah,
has
there's an
many
option.
features.
Yeah,
If you want to
Word have,
write,
Word
better
have.
you write there. Excel
Yes,
is
but
mostly for data analysis, is data
yeah,
compilation, data analysis, and
yeah,
writing equation better you use.
we go for that. Then one another question is that yes, I think LaTeX software we are using
Mhm.
to write the thesis. So using MATLAB and LaTeX is always good to write thesis. Maybe it is
Yes.
one of the. It is a question that it is useful. I think yes, the answer is yes.
Okay, I will say answer is yes, but partially yes, because
Partially yes.
yeah, because if you will see, recently I attended a webinar where somebody, some learned person, he was, I don't know, I don't remember who was he, but he presented lots of good new softwares which is very useful and
Yeah,
freely
it's
available
Mendeley is
for,
also there.
yeah,
Some
many good
Codas is there.
softwares.
NVivo is there. Lot many softwares
Yes,
have come.
yes. So which are advanced and which are
Yeah,
new, and MATLAB and all actually old, and you
old.
need basic knowledge for it. And many
Yes,
new software where you don't need the background also, you can just start using, very user friendly. So what you can do, the person who is asking, you can simply search the newly developed software or user friendly softwares for particularly thesis writing or all. You can get many there. And if I will find the list, I will share with you, because I think I noted somewhere. Okay.
okay.
Fine.
And one more last question, ma'am. I
Sure.
think I can also answer it on your behalf.
Mm-hmm.
This is again a question of from my past scholar only.
Okay.
That although the Excel is having a lot of functions, but still in area of research, this SPSS, R softwares or eViews, they are most preferred.
Mm-hmm.
So first you answer, then I'll answer on it.
Okay.
Why they are so preferred instead of like Excel is having the functions.
Okay, fine. So, see, research research is not restricted to one idea. As I said in my presentation, also, it's different idea. One person for one problem can be done by many people, and it will come with different results. Okay, you same problem you derive with the linear equation. I derive with the allometric function, and Dr. Sangeeta, she derived the same with the sigmoid function. Okay, if you are using linear equation, you can do without any software on the paper itself. I'm doing allometric function, I will use this Excel. I'm doing. But if someone expert want to implement more aspects into it, more effective, or more we will say like appropriate for the problem, we need higher level software. Definitely, it's like simple thing. If you will use more specific software, you will get better results. If you will use general software, you will get the
General results. Yeah, that's what is my like. I just
Your
want to edit up
experience.
here that it is
Yeah.
all the tool specific.
Yeah,
As you
tool
said that
specific.
yes, lot many tools are there, but so far I have worked on eViews. If I want to see the econometric tools, they are not available in SPSS even. So for that, I have to go for the another software, and even
Yes.
in eViews, there's a great deal. So it is all demand specific.
Yes.
The market is doing what? Like take an example of the simple thing. Every day, yes, we have to take bath. Everybody knows we have to take food, but a lot of varieties are there. It's up to you what
Yes.
you are using and what is actually being selected by you and what suits you. So
Yes.
similarly, in the area of research, there are enormous softwares now are there. So I request my research scholars, my teachers, and my all academicians, my friends, colleagues, don't get into this the depth of the what is available for you. Rather be focused what is required by you,
Yes.
which I personally believe.
True.
Lot of things are there in the market, but you go into the market and take that thing which appeals you most and which is useful for you.
Yeah.
Similarly, in the area of research,
Yes.
don't copy, don't look into the other things. Don't see that if that person is using SPSS, I'll also use SPSS, or that person is using eView, then I'll also using eView. But go for it. That what is required in your research. So
One more
with this,
point. I will add one more
yes.
point with your
Yes, ma'am.
suggestion.
Yes, ma'am.
This is also very important to research. Okay, very important to choose the particular software for your research work, because now whenever you are doing research, you are going to rely on that particular
Yes.
software. You are going to work on it for a long time. So it is very important for our researchers to research before adopting any particular software.
Exactly, ma'am. So that is wonderful from your side. I now finally give this charge to Dr. Deepti Maheshwari ma'am to propose the final vote of thanks today to conclude this webinar and to acknowledge our resource person. Dr. Ma'am, Deepti ma'am, it's over to you.
Good afternoon to our resource person, Dr. Ritu Srivastava ma'am, and other panelists and my all participants. On the behalf of Faculty of Science, Management and CSIT of RNTU, I express my heartfelt thanks to today's keynote speaker, Dr. Ritu Srivastava ma'am, for the wonderful session. Actually, she shared her views on that very typical for the all. It's just like a mathematical. So mathematical modeling, it's a very important part in our life. In every step we have seen, so some maths are included in our daily life. So it's a very important for the ma'am and for the valuable input, and also spare lots of time. And the session was wonderful from the all participants and other teachers on the behalf of other teachers. And I am also congratulate to our all team members, for their valuable, for their successfully done the workshop, 3 days in international webinar. And also I express my thanks to Raman sir, Sangeeta ma'am, Neetu ma'am, and Pratima ma'am for their wonderful for the organized this type of international webinar for us. Actually, it's a dearth nowadays in a field of agriculture and other fields. It is very important for us to, just because of that, on the behalf of all participants, I am again thankful to ma'am, and I am thankful to all participants for their wonderful presence in 2 days international webinar and interact with the different speakers. Thank you so much to all. On the behalf of our university side, thank you to all. Thank you.
So thank you, Dr. Deepti ma'am. I would also like to add one more thanks to the GAP family and GAP member, Grand Academic Portal, for giving their consent to be a part of this program. And I request all the participants to please be patient till tomorrow. We'll be getting your certificates over your mails, and we will trying hard to get all the presentations from our speakers' sites. Ritu ma'am, please mail your presentation so that we can give it to our participants. And I also thank Prajit sir, specifically Rajendra Gupta sir, who has really handled things very tactfully behind the screen. They are not with us in this panel, but they have delivered their best. And the day we started this program, they are with us. Neetu ma'am, special thanks to you, and all the team members. So with this now, with the due permission of the speaker and the panel member, can we now proceed to leave the meeting, if you permit so? Neetu
Yes,
ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Ritu ma'am, can we leave the meeting
Yes,
now?
sure. And I would
It's
like
all
to
the
thank
lunch
all of
time
you.
here. And
Yeah.
thank you,
you
ma'am.
so much.
For you,
Thank
for
you.
you, it's a breakfast time. For us, it's lunch time.
Yeah.
So thank you, ma'am, for giving this wonderful opportunity
This
to be with you.
actually this was breakfast for me, the intellectual talk, and
Oh,
I'm full now.
that's
I'm
Thank you, ma'am.
I'm really
So we
happy
will
to
be
connect
we'll be
with
in
you
touch
people.
with.
Yeah, definitely,
We'll be in
definitely,
touch with you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you,
definitely.
ma'am.
And
So
Bhopal
please
is
mail your
my
presentation.
grandmother's place. I used to come there.
Oh, so next time, ma'am, whenever you come, please. Right now, you have seen our university on this in this virtual tour, but we request you that when you'll be here, please visit our university in
Definitely, I
person.
will love to
Yes,
meet all
ma'am.
of you. Yeah, definitely, I'm gonna
Yeah.
come. This year, because of this COVID, I'm not coming India. So next year in July, definitely I'm going to come there.
Actually, ma'am, in the morning itself, I was telling that this is just a phase and it will phase out.
Yeah, definitely.
And all
We
will
hope
be
so.
normal eventually.
Yeah,
So
we need to
looking
be
forward for your
positive.
presence. We have to be. We have to be. Whatever comes up, ma'am, there's an end of everything. So
Yeah.
definitely it is going to
And
end.
we educators are taking privilege and taking opportunity
Yes.
by these webinar and connecting with each other. It's really nice, actually. It's really good.
I must
So-
say, ma'am, I specifically say thanks to my research scholars, specifically of my university. Like they have changed the thought process that in private university, the research scholars are really becoming a great asset to us, and they are really being with us always, and they are learning, and I hope they'll be coming up with the wonderful research in their future and in their future times.
Definitely,
So
my
best
wishes.
wishes to them,
Definitely.
and thank you, ma'am. So
Thank you.
fine.
Have a
Thank
nice
you,
day.
ma'am.
Have a nice
Bye.
day, all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am. Thank you.
Okay.